Guys, we are out on another electric bike today, and holy, I'm excited for this one. Guys, I have the pleasure of riding the Ghostcat F1 1500 watt electric e-bike. This thing is pretty nuts, honestly. They haven't even really publicly hit the streets yet because they're on back order, I believe, through like December of this year. And you won't be able to really find any videos about them except for this one, so I hope you guys enjoy it. As you can see, we haven't even gotten into the speed test yet, and I'm just on throttle going like 33 miles an hour. It's nuts. The look of the bike is crazy, the performance is insane. There's a lot of things to get into with this bike. So let's cover some of the display stuff, guys, really quick, and then we will get into all the speed specs, do, speed tests, test all the pedal assist modes, how fast they take you, yada yada. And after that, we'll go pull over, hit the B-roll shots, and go dive deep into the bike specs for you guys. So guys, we're going to start with the display really quick. This has a nice classic M5 display to it. A nice vertically mounted, everything is very easy to read, big letters and numbers on it. One of my favorite vertical mounted displays is this one right here. So they nailed it with that. So guys, at the top of the display here, we have the battery bar. It's going to tell you how much battery you're running at the moment. We are fully charged, so that's good for us. You have your speedometer right below that, your pedal assist mode right below that, and your total odometer beneath that. And if you go over here on the left to your controller and you press the M, you're going to change to your trip at the bottom, how far I've gone this trip. The voltage output right there, the CUR, which I believe is the throttle input, and then after that we will have a time. So that's kind of a cool thing. It times you every time you start the bike. We've been out riding for about 5 minutes or so. So that is the display, has a very clean look to it, very easy to follow. We like it. And guys, this bike has full suspension in the front and the rear. We are going to hit some of these dirt trails up here, see what this thing feels like off-road. I'm sure it feels great. But this thing is made for off-road or on-road. Doesn't matter, whatever you choose. Whatever you feel like going out and doing for the day, it's completely up to you. So this thing handles great. The suspension in the back is fully air adjustable depending on the rider, how much you weigh. You can make it less or more stiff. Very easy to do. You just throw a standard compressor on there and air it up or let the air out. So that's pretty cool. And then the front suspension here on the forks is fully adjustable as well, with just a twist of the knobs here and there. Wow, we got some like jumps and hills out here and stuff. So far guys, this thing feels friggin' great, and it feels like you could definitely rip this thing full speed through here. I will say you will have to fine tune the adjustment for yourself, for the rider, so your suspension isn't too bouncy. So like for me right now, I feel like the suspension may be a little bit too bouncy, so I might be able to stiffen it up a little bit, but that's just for me. But so far, A+ for the Ghostcat F1 off-road, because it feels very smooth. My butt does not hurt at all, and we just went over some, I mean, look at, here's some even bigger stuff here. We'll just kind of roll through this, treat it as it's a dirt bike. I mean, you can see this thing is just yeeting right through it. So there you go, guys. So before I get this thing super dusty and dirty, I'd like to get some good B-roll shots of it so you guys can see how clean this thing looks. So we're going to turn around, go do our top speed test. And after that, we will do the B-roll. So let's start heading back here to the road. But seriously, guys, as you can see, I mean, we are ripping down this trail. And this trail has a lot of rocks, a lot of gravel, a lot of ruts, a lot of little like bumps and mini jumps and stuff. Like this is dirt bike style stuff. And this thing is ripping. We're going almost 30 miles an hour through this stuff. No problem at all. I mean, I've had some really solid e-bikes go off-road, but so far this one, I don't know, man. This might be the top one up there, to be honest with you guys. It's for sure top 2. I know that for sure. It's definitely top 2. And guys, this thing has a full twist throttle, just like a motorcycle, the entire tube. It's not like a side throttle like a lot of them. It's the entire grip is throttle, so it's pretty cool. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and put this thing into our pedal assist modes, and we're going to crank this thing to the top speed you can take it, which is gear number 7. All right, guys, so right now for a reference point, we are 0 pedal assist. We have nothing helping us right now in gear 7. We are going to steady about 10 miles an hour, so nothing crazy. So we're going to go ahead and crank this thing up to pedal assist number 1. You immediately feel it pick up, like immediately, so I'm going to keep the same input going per usual. Right now you see we're going just under 12.5 miles an hour, pedal assist 1. We're going to hit pedal assist number 2. I really felt the pickup there. Let's go on the left side here so no one flies up behind me. Pedal assist 2, guys. We're going 18.5 miles an hour already. Over 18.5 miles an hour. Now we're in pedal assist number 3. Again, kicks in right away. We're going, I think this thing's probably going to want to go like 25 miles an hour. So just over 24.5 miles per hour for pedal assist 3. Now we're in pedal assist 4. This thing is now taking us over 29 miles per hour. Almost 29 and a half. So now we're going to hit pedal assist number 5, which is the final one. And this thing with the same amount of input is now taking us, I mean, dude, 33 miles an hour. Maxed out, basically. Pedal assist 5 is max out. So now we're gonna have to turn around here because I ran out of space because of the speed to do our full speed test over here. So we're gonna full throttle, full pedal, and see how fast we can get this going. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys, so the pedaling doesn't really help at this point because I'm going so much faster than the gears really want to go. So just with the throttle right now, we are going just over 32 miles an hour. I should be able to hit this hill a little bit over here and see how much faster that'll bring us, but we're going easily over 32 miles an hour. Now we're at 33 miles per hour. The bike claims a top speed of 35, so we'll see if we can get there. All right, guys, as you can see, we're at 33.5 miles per hour, 33.8. All right, guys, there we go. We hit 34 and about a half, and I'm coming up to a stop sign, so that 35 mile per hour claim is accurate. We were right there. We definitely could have reached it too with a little bit more time. Crazy. This thing is fast. Now, guys, this bike also has hydraulic brakes, which is big time. I love that. When you have nice, smooth hydraulic brakes, especially for a bike like this that has this kind of power, it's a great feeling. They just feel super firm, super strong. You gotta love it. All right, guys, but let's waste no more time and let's pull over and show you guys some B-roll of this bike. All right, guys, this is the Ghostcat F1 1500 watt electric bike. Starting with the heart of the bike is the battery right here, a 48 volt, 18 amp hour battery. This thing, it's got some balls to it. You're going to get about 40 miles of range, I believe, on average using full throttle at 20 miles per hour. So 40 miles is not bad, and it's going to take you probably about 6 to 7 hours to charge or so if it is fully dead. You have a 1500 watt brushless motor here in the back wheel, 150 Nm worth of torque, which is pretty gnarly, honestly, for a single motor in the back wheel. And as you guys saw, this motor is going to take you guys, 35 miles an hour, which is nuts. And like I said, guys, another huge thing with this bike is you have hydraulic brakes on the front and back, which is, it just feels so good. Hydraulic brakes just have such a firm feel to them. The seat is a bench style seat. As you can see, you can fit a couple people on here. I like their logo on it. Adds a little bit of character to it. Very cushy and very quality, honestly. The rear air suspension is completely adjustable. And the cool thing is just your standard valve here. I gotta find that. But you just put your pump on here, air it up to the correct PSI. They recommend anywhere from 120 to 140. I think I have mine sitting at about right in the middle, 132 PSI or so, and it feels good to me. For reference, I weigh about just over 140 pounds. The front suspension, as we talked about, is also adjustable here. You can see you just twist these knobs to preload them and set them to where you feel is comfortable. Once again, that is fully up to the rider, and depending on what you weigh. The seat height is about 31 inches. The length of the bike is just over 65 inches. The total width, I believe, with the bars is about 28 inches, and the total height from ground up to the bike is about 40.5 inches. And you are able to throw in an optional 4-inch riser on your bars when you purchase this bike. The tires are 20 by 4-inch tires, fat tires. They got knobbies on them, so you can definitely rip off road, but it is still pretty smooth on the street. You're going to want to inflate these guys to about 20 PSI. The guys over at Ghostcat told me just under 30, but I tend to like to go with the tires, say, just to keep it safe. So 20 PSI is what I'm sitting at. You have a license plate mount in the back with a taillight which has integrated turn signals, which you guys probably can see here, and brake lights as well, along with a headlight in the front of the bike. See if you can see this thing turn on. It's a very bright headlight. You have a set of keys, one spare and one to use for removing the battery from the bike. So if you want to remove it, charge it inside or whatever, yeah, that's what those keys are for, security purposes. 7-gear Shimano shifter. It shifts very smoothly. My only downside so far, guys, that I don't love about this bike is when you have this thing, gears topped out, right? This peg, which are also optional to order with your bike, it is really close to the chain there. I'm sure it's not an issue, but you hit any bumps, it's definitely going to rattle and hit the bolt on the other side. Again, it's probably nothing to worry about, but it's just something I took note of. The design of the frame, guys, it looks great. I love it. This is one of the best looking e-bikes I've ridden. And again, like I said, one of the most comfortable. The weight capacity for this thing is about 330 pounds, and the bike itself weighs 84 pounds, which is pretty light, all considered. Again, like we already talked about, full twist throttle on the right. It feels great, super smooth. And you have all of your controls here on the left side for pedal assist, toggle through modes on your display, headlight button, blinker button, and horn. Basically everything on this bike, you guys, is adjustable, from the headlight, the bars. You can't adjust the seat, obviously, because it's a bench style, but all the suspension is adjustable. It's great. But yeah, guys, 1,500 watts for a single motor in the back wheel. Let me close my visor here so we can get going. This is pretty crazy, honestly. I mean, it's a lot of power for one motor in the back for this thing to go 35 miles per hour and have this kind of torque. It is crazy. So guys, I hope I covered everything that you guys would have liked to hear about the Ghostcat. If you have any other questions, comment them below. I'm gonna try to get you guys a discount code in the description. This bike is sitting around, I want to say $1,800. In my opinion, definitely worth the money for the quality of bike you're getting. I mean, I could go ride around with my buddies on their gas-powered pit bikes and keep up on a lot of this dirt we're going on. Like, that's how good the suspension is. And guys, the bike comes with all the tools you need to assemble. Assembly was quite easy, honestly. It was just pretty typical. It didn't take very long. The team was very helpful if you want to email them for any help. But again, assembly, super easy. Just follow the manual and it'll go pretty smooth for you. So link for your very own Ghostcat F1 1,500 watt electric bike is going to be in the description. Definitely go check them out. They are back ordered right now because there is a lot of interest in this bike, so keep that in mind. I will say, guys, this bike feels kind of like a crotch rocket style bike without risers on these bars, because your legs are kind of crunched up and your arms are crunched down, but it has a really cool look to it and it feels very aggressive. So anyway, guys, all the rest of the information is in the description. Go get your very own Ghostcat. You will not be disappointed, let me tell you.